Well, that's dramatic. Well, so it's been 7 or 8 months since I've actually uploaded a proper video on this channel. Now, I have uploaded certain episodes of my show, or whatever this thing that I'm doing on this platform, 3 times in the past 7 months. But other than that, I've not been doing much. I wasn't drawing a lot till the start of this year. I have not uploaded well things on this channel. And the whole point I want to make this particular video is this. I want to make this little update video on why I disappeared basically for the past couple of months. Actually, I haven't uploaded anything for the past 3 months, and why I disappeared for the past couple of months. And 2, what I've been doing, right? What I've been doing. Why the heck did I disappear? And 3, what is the future of this thing that we are doing here on this platform that I have been personally doing for the past 14 freaking years. I've been doing this thing on YouTube for 14 years, more than a decade. I'm outlasting. That's what I've been doing. So those are the 3 things which I want to sort of talk about in this first edition of Art and Life update, which I'd like to do. Hopefully this could be something that I could do every quarter, but this is the thing that I want to do. I just want to sort of talk to you all, for those who do care. Now, for those who don't know me, if you're wondering, why the heck are you showing up in my subscription feed, bro? Or my home feed? What are you doing with this dramatic thumbnail and all that stuff? Well, I'm Kesh. You probably have seen some of my videos or subscribed to this channel because you saw a video on one of my how to draw videos or my project videos on the way I do things, and you probably click subscribe thinking that you'll get more of it, but this guy did not upload. And you're wondering like why? Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you like some drama. You like to watch drama videos on YouTube. Hey man, no judgment. I do that too, right? So you're probably that. So anyways, for those who don't know me, that's the thing. For those who do know me, how's it going? Why I disappeared for the past 3 months, and actually for the past even 7 or 8 months on this platform. I've got a couple of reasons. Let me get the big one out of the way, which is first one, which is I got married. I started on this platform as a teenager who was shy to talk in front of a camera, and now I'm I'm actually married to another person who I love, and that is weird. I don't like to talk about my personal life, to be honest, so that, apparently whenever I talk about personal things, it just, on social media, it's not exactly a great thing. But my lovely wife is Jeevan Jyoti, or Mrs. Jeevan Jyoti, moving forward. She's a doctor. She's a physiotherapist. We met, say, 3 years ago. I think it's 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago. Got into a nice relationship. Things worked out. We decided pretty early on to get married. I'm sort of like traditional in that case. And, we got married. Happily. Even though the wedding day was quite the bloody shit show, I'm telling you. Right? It was everywhere. Everything was just chaotic. It was not fun, I'm telling you. But after that, I was like, oh, wait. We actually love each other. It's just that day it sucked because there was too many people, right? Indian weddings, right? Yeah. And there were no horses, in case you're wondering. I was like, no horses. I only go for tigers. So but yeah, so anyways, that is the thing. So we got married in October 21st of last year. It's been 6 months. I've shared this on my sketchbook, my personal channel, but I never shared this on the main channel. I shared some photos, and weirdly, that was the most liked photos on my Instagram, apart from my artworks, which was like made me wonder if I have to switch professions, right? To become a professional life sharer. Hey guys, I woke up today and did makeup. I don't know, something like that. That's the first thing that happened, which really kept us busy. Everyone in my studio, my friends who worked with me, they were all just killing themselves to put this wedding together. And we were just busy, man. Oh boy, it was busy, expensive, and busy, right? So that was the first thing that just, took a good chunk of my time last year. And the second and the third thing, which is YouTube, right? YouTube just felt like a continuous rat race, right? Because I've been on this platform for 14 years, but I've actually, it used to feel more like a rat race, like something that you do without any purpose or meaning, because you just started it and it just feels like you have to keep on and on and on to keep the machine going and running. And I don't like that, right? I like to live my life in a way where I like to have some form of agency in it. And if it means shutting down a thing that is actually good, I would actually go ahead and do that. So I took a lot of time last year to simply think. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for like pretty much the last 2 years. Ever since I finished drawing camp, which was like a big project. I was just thinking, what is my life? What should I do? And I do know. But the problem was I was so buried under the workload of the day-to-day of YouTube and having a team and paying overheads and things like that. I forgot what I actually wanted to do. And I found out. And that's something that is pretty interesting, which I'll sort of, talk about in the later aspect of this update. I was just buried and I just wanted some time and space to think. Because I didn't like what I was doing, and I'm slowly starting to like what I'm doing right now because I understood what really clicked for me. A lot of that actually involved, to sort of, give you the long story short, a lot of it involved bringing back the things that I suppressed before in the name of pragmatism and realism. Oh, this is a business right now and I have to do things certain way or else this will all fail, right? And slowly I realized that just made me more and more unhappy. A good mentor of mine talks about these 3 monkeys, a story of the 3 monkeys. So basically you're on this boat with these 3 monkeys in that boat. And each monkey is sort of older than the next monkey by 2 or 3 years or so. And all these 3 monkeys are brothers. So therefore they cannot leave themselves, right? They have to be on the boat and they are on the journey. The oldest monkey is the wise monkey. This monkey has a lot of experience in life and he also has, say, a lot of ego. Not in a typical sense, like he wants to be successful in life. He wants others to know that he's successful. He wants money so that he can survive. He's also a bit pragmatic and realistic and a bit scared because he's seen some past things that did not work out. So he's like, we have to do things this way. The middle monkey, which is slightly younger than the oldest monkey, which is the wise monkey, this is the worker monkey. This monkey is like your typical gym dude who just likes to go to the gym because he likes it. He just likes to work. He just likes to do things. He wants to keep himself busy. His stuff is simply the act of working, mastery towards the self and creating stuff. That's what this monkey is all about. And then there's the youngest monkey, which is the creative monkey. This is the monkey that is extremely passionate. This is the youngest of all monkeys and it's passionate, and he goes on and gets excited by all new ideas and all new things. And he's like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. That is the actual spark and fire in a given field or an industry or in a given person. That monkey is responsible for that. Now, my mentor, when he was telling me the story, he told me that most people actually, over time, the more older they get, they basically take the little monkey and they bring it down to the boat and they lock him up. And then right now it's just 2 monkeys. It's the worker monkey and it's the wise monkey. And then they just make the decisions. Oh, this is the right way to do things. Let's just go in that direction. And then the worker monkey keeps on working. But the thing is, the worker monkey stops rowing as hard because he liked some of the inputs from the passionate, creative young monkey. He liked, say, having to take some time off to go and swim with the dolphins. As you sort of locked up that little monkey, now you just have this worker monkey, the middle monkey, and the eldest monkey, the wise monkey. The wise monkey is also the scared monkey because he needs to make right decisions and right things or else things go down. And what I found out is that I have been the wise monkey a lot, right? I've just been the wise monkey and I've sort of locked up my creative, passionate monkey down the thing. And I didn't even know he existed, by the way. I'm so sorry, buddy. Right? I didn't mean to. There are also other scenarios, by the way, where actually you lock up the wise monkey and now you're just a worker monkey with a lot of passion and you're just jumping from one end to another thing without any clear direction. And then again, that middle monkey sort of gets very tired. So the moral of the story basically is you need to make space for things that doesn't make sense. And that is what I actually learned. I have to make space for things that doesn't make sense or else I won't be happy. So that was the thing that I realized with YouTube. there were lots of these videos that work on this platform, which is like how to draw videos really work. But I want to do like project videos. I wanted to show videos on how I make comics and animation and all those things. I want to make some more personal videos like this. But technically the algorithm doesn't like it and I can't make it. And I didn't know that. I didn't have the wisdom or the perspective or the understanding then to sort of form this. But all I did was just I was the worker monkey. I was working to see if I can solve this particular problem. And I understood things about myself which I have sort of locked up deep there inside that. And the thing is, what I've learned from that whole story was I need all three monkeys, and I need to line all three monkeys with the same motivation. And when you do that, you're like a rocket. You just go really fast. And that's what's been happening to me very lately. And therefore, I've been more focused. Some of my bad habits automatically started to fall off because there is clear alignment in what I'm trying to do. How did I land upon this? It was just a lot of thinking and writing and asking the right questions to myself, which really got me here. So that is why I basically disappeared. I just disappeared so that I can take some time to find what is important. And the thing that we did find what was important was that me fulfilling some of the dreams that I had as a child, which is to make animated feature films. Basically tell stories through visual. So therefore I actually started an animation studio, which I'll talk about later on, which is one of the things that I did. I'll talk about more. But that's where I landed. Basically, to be honest, right, I don't want to be one of those guys on YouTube who just keeps on doing the same thing over and over again till it gets bored and becomes a format. I don't want that. I want to set an example for myself to not be that complacent creator who just stays in one single place and he just sort of does the run-of-the-mill stuff till it gets boring, and then he tries to hop on the next trend and the next trend. No, I want to go deep rather than out, and that means taking some courageous steps and risks, calculated of course. You do it in a calculated way, but you do take those steps and risks so that you get where you want to. Second part of this little update video, which I wanted to sort of give you, right? I don't even know why you want to do it. I don't even know who cares about all these things, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there to simply document a specific time in my life, right? To see where I was. So here's what I've been doing, other than just starting an animation studio, which I'll sort of give you more details on later on. But some of the other things that I've been doing was I've been drawing daily, by the way. I've been drawing every single day since Jan 1st. I've been doing this project called Draw Daily 365, where I draw every day for 365 days. Now, I've been sharing those things as posts, of course, and those things are just 10 to 20 minute drawings. Now, I'm doing this as part of a program / a club of daily drawers called the Draw Daily Club, where we just draw every day for 10 minutes, and it's been so fun, and I've just been letting in people selectively, and I'm seeing people who are just drawing little by little, getting better by better, and having fun with the practice of drawing, finding the magic that is in drawing. That's my goal, actually, to show myself, to be honest, in the world of AI, right? Like, it also made me think a lot about why even draw in this age. That's why I wrote this article called Why Even Draw in This Age of AI. And I realized there's simply a magic to drawing. My goal is this, to explore the magic of drawing. I love the medium, and I like to tell stories visually, but I also love this medium so much, and I want to potentially, hopefully, be on the path to mastery of this particular craft. And I thought, okay, the first thing that you need to do to get there is actually to form a much solid habit, which is to draw daily, not with force, but with much more effortless way. And these days, it's been over 100 days that I've been drawing daily, and each month we pick up a new topic where we just draw, and then I create these 10-minute exercises which I share with these folks. Now, one of the gripes of this is that I'm not able to draw in a level which I want to. I have to sort of make it much more easier and simpler in a way that is more understandable and easy for beginners. That is one, say, small thing, but it doesn't matter. I'm practicing a lot of these fundamentals, which is really making me strong. So I'm so happy about this thing. And that is what I've been doing. Like, I've been drawing daily. I've been thinking and writing a lot. That is one. And what else? Oh yeah, and finally, starting the animation studio, What does that even mean, Kesh? Do you have like a team of people who work and animate for you? Well, we do. We have like a large 21-person animation team. We have invested $2.9 million into this, and there's a huge space I've rented out, and we're making the next amazing animated feature film. That's exactly what we're doing. Of course not. It's just me and another guy. That's it. So there was this point in say in the last month or so, I'm driving my car, and then the car was giving me a lot of problems. It's constantly going to the shop, it's getting repaired, and I was like, let me buy a new car. I'm tired of this crap. And then I thought to myself, why don't I just take the money that I put in the car and hire an animator? That was a stupid investment decision, but that's what I did. You got to do something, right? You got to put money where your mouth is. And I thought, okay, I've been telling that I want to animate, I want to make films, and that means I have to create an infrastructure where I'm able to do that. So as a result of that, the first thing that we actually did, or I did basically, was hire one traditional 2D animator. So right now it's just me, that guy, and our existing team who will also work on the animation projects. And he just started like April. And the whole idea is to establish a pipeline and a system where we can make animated films. Now, I'm not completely like newbie to this. I have done things in the past before. I have a good understanding of filmmaking because my major in college was film, and before that I was studying films for like a decade. So I know how this works. So I'm not just going into this like a blind idiot, in case you're wondering. But the whole idea is this, right? The whole idea, I'll just sort of give you a whole business model right here. But I started out, I had this vision. I wanted a studio. I wanted a studio that makes useful things in art. I even have these vision boards that I have in my diary. And as I went on, I realized that I need to have some sort of an economic engine so that it funds the making of these cool art projects, or else it's simply not possible. Because media or filmmaking and animation, unless you're sort of like funded by some studio, there is literally no money from the start to the end. It's like the music industry. You only see Taylor Swift and Kanye West and Drake, all these guys making money. And from that, then next level, you have these independent artists who are sort of famous, who are doing some shows and so on. But between that independent artist, till like the very start, there's this huge gap in the middle where no one makes any amount of reasonable money that you would call a living. So art in general, in case you're wondering, as an industry, it's not exactly the greatest money maker. The money is only at the top. If you're making $100 million film and you're going to gross, say, $250 million at the box office or $1 billion at the box office, that's where the money is at. Of course, you can then work for the studios. That is the next level. Or be a producer of certain projects that can be pitched to studios. That is slightly, below, between these things. And then as you keep coming down, things just get a lot harder. You just see a lot of artists who are just doing many things, diversified, in order to make some form of a living. And I saw all this and I was like, this is not going to be me. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to be a clever cookie. That did not happen, but I tried to be one. So my thing was, let me build distribution with YouTube. I didn't know that I was doing that. Distribution is like a fancy term that they use in the business world to say that, hey, you have access to a lot of people. But I did not know that. I was like, let me just share what I share, what I have, and then maybe people will like it. That was the mentality that I had. I still do have that. That's a much better place. But the whole idea is build distribution, create useful products. For example, Drawing Cam is a product that we have created. Draw 8365 is a product that we've created. These are all products that we have made that is currently useful in the market. And one of the principles that I follow is I don't do like t-shirts, stickers, merchandise, classes, this, that, blah, blah, blah. No. I like to focus on one thing and be really good at that thing. That is the way I like to sort of roll. Because when you're doing 10 things, you will never be good at any of those things. And as soon as, say, someone comes in that particular thing and says, I'm going to be better than that guy, and that guy is only doing one thing, you're going to be wiped the heck out, right? So I decided I'm just going to focus on one thing. I'm going to be really good at this thing because this is something that I want, and this would potentially help with people who I collaborate. Fun fact, the animator that I hired, he learned some of his stuff from some of the content that I put out, some of the classes that I put out. And because I met him, say, 8 years ago, it's been a while. And when I met him, he was just starting to draw at the age of, say, 24 or 25. And he was like a madman, like working and drawing, right? And you can see that right now, fate, or whatever you want to call it, has come to a point where that person is the one who's working with me. I've sort of worked with a lot of these people right now who have sort of consumed my stuff, learned from my thing, and then they've come to work with me. I want to sort of expand that, make that much bigger, because education and skill, in my opinion, is the most valuable thing a human being can hold. That is the thing that has actually gotten me out of like poverty and being broke. So I try to sort of focus on that particular thing. And for me, like, let's create useful products like Drawing Camp, Draw Daily 365, and make them really good. And that's why it's so good. Like I get like this so much of these testimonials and so on, like on a daily freaking basis. And my goal is like the Walt Disney goal. You don't make money to make movies. No, you don't make, sorry, I think I just messed that up. You don't make movies to make money, you make money to make movies. I took a picture of that 10 years ago or so, and then I told myself this is going to be my mantra. So the idea was, make this economic engine. Once you have this economic engine that can be used to fund your projects, and then that will further increase the value of your economic engine, and then it'll be like a flywheel. It'll be like a cycle. And that is the goal. And I'm not going into this blind. I did a lot of tests. 2 years ago, we made an animated short film, fully funded by what we do. Thankfully, with the YouTube ad revenue from that short film, by the way, it's on that channel, we actually made that money back. It's not a lot of money, right? It's some money because we didn't spend a lot, and then we kept it light, and we got the money back. So first model proved. Now we're slightly going serious. And the way I think about this is, when I hired the animator, which was a big financial decision, I told myself, let's say we don't get anything out of this thing for the entire year. We don't get anything like in terms of economic wise, we don't get anything out of this. Would I be fine with losing that money? Because there is no way for me to directly make money with my short films right now at this point. Or because you have to make feature films to make some money. And even then it's pretty tricky. So when I asked myself that, I was like, fine. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Instead of buying a car, I'm going to do this. Right? So, and I've made this decision, and I'm sort of sharing that because, I was pretty frustrated last night with my own car. I'm like, oh, please let me just buy another one. It's been so long, right? And it sucks sometimes. And every single time I sit inside my car, I'm like, God damn it, I need to change this thing. But it's a good thing, because when I was in college, instead of buying a bike, or what do you call it, a motorcycle in other countries, that's what my friends did. Instead of buying a bike, I bought a camera so that I can learn. And I've noticed that whenever I invest in skills and things like this, it's a good thing. And if I'm especially able to lose money on those things, it's also a good thing. So the business model, basically, what are we doing? We started doing these little animations, GIF animations, to simply just get a feel for things, right? And then right now, the next step actually is to start making really good, high quality animated short film. Now I'm sort of deciding which route it should be, like a short film or like a 5 to 7 minute thing, because the difference between a short film, which is like 1 to 2 minutes long, versus a short film, which is like 5 to 7 minutes long, the time investment it takes to make those things is like 3 months versus like 9 months. It's crazy. So that is the thing. So I'm just sitting right now and deciding what is the next step. And the future, or the thing that we are essentially working towards, will also be the one essential goal of this particular channel, which is the next section. So the main goal that this character named Kesh, is going towards or trying to achieve is make his first animated feature film and make it economically viable. I just don't want to not just make a film, I want to make a film and make it work so that I can make more. Like, the thing that drives me to make art are people like Walt Disney and Miyazaki and all these folks it's Spielberg, like all these people who I grew up watching, who made amazing stories, great creative legacy works that stands the test of time. And that takes effort, and that takes work, and that is what I'm going towards. Will I achieve that? I'm going to try my bloody hardest. I'm going to do everything I can, but that is the goal that I'm working towards. And this channel is going to be all about that. Not just me doing things. I also love doing projects, different kinds of comics, graphic novels, short projects, long projects, so and so, that I want to do. I want to sort of share and document those things right here on this channel. And two, I want to educate, right? I want to educate, rather basically share what I know through these series of drawing videos, or how to draw videos, or how I draw videos, like a series on drawing foundations, a series on character design, a series on anatomy, a series on so many things, and basically exploring two things. One, I love the craft of drawing, and I'm sort of on the path to master that. I'm saying I'm a master. No. I'm on the path to mastery. That means I'm starting at ground zero, and there's like 10,000 miles ahead of me, right? Even though I've been drawing for like 2 decades right now, I just feel like a complete beginner, and I probably am. We'll never know. So what I'm doing is, I love the craft of drawing. I want to master this particular craft, and that means I want to explore the philosophy of this craft so that I can show people, share with people how things are done. Eventually, in the future, I can work with them. They can come and work with me. We can make beautiful works. That is the goal. And so those are the kinds of videos that you'll also be seeing on this particular channel as well. So project videos, how I draw videos, videos on challenge. Basically, it's going to be a show. It's going to be an art show. It's going to be a KeshArt show, right? Oh crap, that's cringy as heck. Right? So that is going to be the thing. That is going to be the future of this channel. So moving forward, there is going to be a new episode every 7th and 21st of every month. So watch out, every 7th and 21st. Come rain or sunshine or whatever the thing, storm or hurricanes, I do not care. There is going to be something. Some days the video is not even edited. I'm just going to show up and say, hey folks, how is it going? I'm going to do a live stream. I don't care. I'm going to put myself on a schedule. I'm going to share stuff because I love doing this. I love teaching. Not teaching. I love sharing. I just like to talk about myself because I'm an egotistical, narcissistic maniac. Just kidding. Or not, right? So that's the thing. I want to share. I want to be useful. I want to do these things. And these are all the stuff. As of, say, April 23rd of 2025. And that is the art and life update on the things that I've been doing. I'll probably come back to you with another update, say next quarter, talking about the things that I did the last quarter. And having these update videos maybe sort of helps, and I can talk about a lot of things in these update videos, outside of a well-edited video setting. Or I can just be casual and just talk to you, and then we just chill out, and you're probably going on a walk and you're listening to me, and then we become like best friends forever, and you send me like chocolates for my birthday, and I'll send you waffles for your birthday. So that is the goal. That's the that's the thing. Hope this was helpful. Maybe if you can learn anything from my journey, feel free to take it away and put it into your life, or not. Do whatever the heck you want to do. I'll see you again in another episode. Bye-bye.